What's up, guys? This is Tables, Ladders, and Bumps here to break down the newest episode of Raw with our three burning questions, the which include the World Heavyweight picture, the Women's Division post Mania, and who deserves the next big push. And guys, don't forget to hit people's elbow on that like and subscribe button, the most powerful move ever. And yeah, we're gonna get into this. I'm Wade. I'm here with Pierre. Um, Pierre, so we ended with the world heavyweight kind of title picture, I
Yeah.
think. What are your thoughts on it, and how do you see this going?
I like how it ended because I was surprised. I wasn't expecting that to happen, that match. And then during the match, I'm like, yo, Seth Rollins is gonna win. And so I like the just kind of being thrown off, like the curveball with that. So that was great. But then I still saw like afterwards that Logan Paul knocked out Jey Uso.
Yeah,
So it's like I like that they giving him stuff, right? So now he has obstacles that he kind of have to deal with. You get Seth Rollins in the faction looming at some point, constantly, probably. It almost feels like the nemesis from Resident Evil 3.
yeah,
You know,
it's kind of like
if
that. It's a good point.
you linger around too long, they're coming no matter what for you. And you still got to deal with Logan Paul Saturday or whatever at Backlash. So I like that aspect of it. There's so much talk about Jay, being champion and is he fit to be champion or whatnot. But if we give him pieces, if we can just make and not just give him pieces, if we just make the story good, and it could just be a distraction from stuff. He still got to execute in the ring, but I like how they're setting things up right now.
Yeah. No, I was gonna give you a hard time because it's almost like the odds are stacked against him, like they did with Cody, but you didn't like that with Cody Rhodes, so I was gonna give you a hard time. But no, that's just what they had to do with baby faces. They have to give him a bunch of. I think they're doing a really good job actually of setting it up with like. I mean, I forgot about Logan Paul.
Hmm.
Uh, so I had the post spoiled for me, the Logan Paul stuff that I knew that happened before I
Okay.
watched the episode. And then I was watching the episode, I'm like, what is going on? Because I knew like look and I'm like, does Jay retain? And I'm like, oh, there's gotta be a DQ. And then like so I'm like kind of in my head doing all the mental gymnastics. And then I'm like, okay, Sami Zayn shows up. I'm like, all right, this is where the DQ is. And then he's like obliterated, and I'm like, wait, what the heck's gonna? Like, I was so confused of what's gonna happen. I was like, okay, it can't be Logan Paul, and then like CM Punk shows up with a chair. I'm like, oh, okay, but yeah, no, it was. I thought they executed it pretty well, and if I didn't have the Logan Paul things, even with that spoiled, I still
Hmm.
was like kind of on the edge of my seat. Um, so yeah, it's I don't know, it's pretty fun. So yeah, I liked it overall. But I'm fine with Jay dropping that title to anyone in the picture other than Logan Paul, is how I feel. As long as it's not him. But man, I
I,
am
I
not excited for that match.
I really hope that they don't do that because like Logan Paul now has had this would be his third world title picture match. He had one against Cody, one against Roman, and now you're facing Jey Uso, and it's like
And he's had 10 matches total probably.
probably, you know, and it's like it would be so much heat to put it on him,
Oh
but it's like
god.
also that's really gonna devalue the title. If we talking about, if people are upset about Jey Uso being champ, I mean, I can imagine Logan Paul as champion, but maybe they could be the thing that they want to do, that too. But
Yeah. I think they know people just it's not even like there's not even go away Pete. I think people just don't like it. Like they're just like, why is he still
yeah,
this involved? No, like there's
and
uh,
honestly, it don't make sense. It don't add up, right? So when I looked at Raw, Seth was like, I should be number one contender because I beat Roman and Punk in the main event of WrestleMania.
which logically makes sense. Those are like two legit scalps
Yeah. So now, but how is Logan Paul no more contender?
because
Because
he
he beat
beat
AJ
AJ
Styles?
Styles. Who?
I
When's the last time AJ won a match? Like a big one.
don't remember.
I don't
I don't
think he
remember.
has. I don't think he has beaten anyone good in like a long. Because he beat up someone recently, but it was like a tune-up thing after Mania.
It was Karrion Cross. He beat Karrion Cross before Mania.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's
Yeah.
not.
So
And I mean, we like Karrion Cross, but that's not really
yeah.
saying like that
Yeah.
was like Karrion Cross's first match in like 5 months, I think. So,
It's
oh
been like since I think they said like since like July, actually.
Jesus. Okay,
Yeah.
so yeah, he just doesn't deserve it. I don't like his matches. I don't want to like dwell on it. I just don't think he's good.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, I don't. He's just not it. So he
No,
doesn't
I
have
agree.
yeah.
I agree. But man, if you guys are liking the World Heavyweight Chat picture right now, let us know. Like I said, I know it was so much flack, going into it, but I think it's kind of hard to disagree that based off of Monday, it looks good so far. It
Uh,
can still go downhill, but at least it's starting off kind of solid. I'm
they
here for that.
and as a the certified Jey Uso hater here, they somehow found the one person I don't want Jey Uso to lose to. I'm like even I'm gonna be rooting for him. I don't know. How did you figure that out? There's one person on the roster I would be mad that he would beat him, and it's this person. So
I think that's genius, dude. Like they know they see the stats on YouTube and people in the hate and they hear it. As much as they want to say they don't listen to the internet, they hear the internet. And so what's gonna help get everybody on Jay's side? The one dude that everyone hates.
yeah.
It's perfect. It's perfect for his first match.
Yeah,
You
if you
know?
got me on your side, then that's saying something. So,
Uh,
but yeah, let's get into the next burning question, which is, you mean how do we feel about the women's division post Mania?
hmm
Um, you could go ahead, Pierre, because yeah, I got a lot of thoughts too.
um, the Raw side, at least for the Women's World Championship, Io Sky, I'm happy. I see no wrong here. Everything is great. Excuse me. You had the money after Mania. You had her and Stephanie Valkyrie. I love Stephanie.
Yep.
Stephanie's amazing. That was a great match. Then no one lost, so you protected both of them. You know. Then the following week, who did Io fight the next week? Was it's a Roxanne? No, she had another match. It was Roxanne, right?
Rhea fought Roxanne,
Yeah.
right?
But then
Isn't
Io
that,
came out
that's
and
what it
helped.
was, right? Yeah.
But Io didn't go. She did go down to NXT and did some tag team match down there.
Yep.
Um, And then last week we had EO. On Monday we had EO versus Roxanne. And I like to say, man, I just feel like with EO as champion, you're gonna get way better matches than I think we would have gotten with anyone else. And
Yeah.
same with the big names as champion, And now we're able to build stars off of great matches and not just have names off reputation. Really, like that. So I like
Yeah.
that.
I think Io's like incapable of having an actual bad match. Where
hmm
like I would say everyone else on the roster has like the potential with like a weird chemistry thing. Like I just
hmm
think like dude, she barely even speaks English and everyone's into her just because she's
Yeah.
so dynamic in the ring and just so likable. So like she's getting cheered more than anyone in freaking
Yeah.
Omaha, which is like you know what I mean, not a very there's like a Asian population of probably like 1% there. Like it's not like it's a very white place.
yeah.
And if you're connecting with the crowd in you mean it's not a big Omaha's 200,000 people. It's not a big city. So you know what I mean in the middle of America, like I
hmm
you are doing something really well. I think Becky coming in and going for that title with Lyra, I like that a
hmm
lot too. I think they're doing a really good job with that. SmackDown, I like the Naomi stuff. Like
Yeah.
I like Naomi a lot. The rest of it is kind of a train wreck, and Chelsea Green losing to Zelina's just she's not even over. Like I'm cool with like Jey Uso winning when like
It's
none of
over.
like it's like
Yeah.
whatever, he's over. I can be fine with it.
Hmm.
Zelina's not over, and it's like the least believable person to be champion ever. So I can't.
So
They could have
what do you think
anyone would be
the
better,
reason behind that is?
huh?
What do you think the reason is behind it?
I'm guessing Chelsea's probably going to win Money in the Bank.
Hmm.
So I'm assuming that's what it's gonna be. And then like I'm kind of cool with that, but like we'll have Naomi win
Yeah.
or anyone other than I mean this is like the one person I cannot think of anyone on that I mean other than like if BFAB won it. Like I would be like okay, that's kind of weird cuz like just she's not won any matches.
Yeah.
But uh, I think like Alba Fire, I would be fine with her winning it. Piper, like
Hmm.
any.
I thought, and you know what? We had talked about this. We had thought that it was going to go down between Piper and Chelsea Green because we felt like that's what they was kind of like throwing at us, you know. And I don't know. Maybe and I hope that Chelsea Green is going for Money in the Bank, you know. But then, like you say, what does it mean that Naomi, who's having the best heel turn that I've seen in a long time, you know?
I don't think for Naomi's character, Money in the Bank is gonna like push it any further. I think she's doing great character work. Where like
Hmm.
Chelsea being kind of a coward, I
Hmm.
think it would add a like kind of a fun like something fun to it that I
Yeah.
would be unique that I don't think they've ever been able to capture that to my knowledge, or I can't really remember with like someone who's just like just a chicken shit heel kind of that has all these people helping her and is still failing. Like she could
Yeah.
fail a million cash-ins and it's not going to affect her like where almost any other character like if they keep failing, people are going to stop respecting them. Kind
Hmm.
of like it was happening to Priest, but then he had the sickest cash-in ever. So that it like made up for it, and people forget that how much they were hating on Priest.
Yeah.
Dom is the only other person. If they had Dom and Chelsea, both Money in the Bank, it would be the most entertaining thing you could do with a briefcase. So I assume that's what they're gonna do, and if they do that, I'm fine. But
Hmm.
anyone on that like Jade, freaking, I'm not even a huge Jade fan, but I like Jade's at least respectable for you mean Intercontinental or USA
Yeah.
Championship? Can you think of anyone you think is less?
Dude, like I say, man, I was surprised that the match went like that. That single one like that. Um, I say, especially when Chelsea Green is so far over like that,
She's so
and
over.
and then maybe it could just be a thing like, yo, well, I don't know how it's going to really transfer over to Selena, but I you beat Chelsea Green, who's far way over. Maybe it pulls a rub off to you somehow. You get a little
No,
bit of that,
there's
but
none of that.
I don't, I don't see how that, I don't see it right now. You know, so man, hopefully they can turn it around for something like
They
that,
can
or
turn it around by giving it to someone else. That's how they turn it around. It ain't gonna. She's not gonna get over,
mm,
like in my opinion, unless like every pay-per-view for the rest of the year was in like Puerto Rico. Then like yeah, she'd be over. But nowhere. That's the only time I've seen her like legit get a pop.
mm.
So, unless they do some weird thing with her and Aleister Black, which I would be like, he's like doing some spooky stuff like to protect her title, I would be, I guess, fine with that. Like, that would be acceptable, but I literally cannot think. You could move up. I think there's 10 people on NXT's women's roster that you could put, like, literally move up tomorrow that would be better as a champion than Zelina. Obviously, I'm gonna go through them. Julia, obvious. That those are obvious. Stephanie Vecker, Roxanne. Those are obvious. I would say Ren Sinclair, Sol Ruka, Zarya, um,
Jordan.
Jordan Grace. So I have seven already. Uh, who else is down there? Jada Parker. She's got something about her, like other than the donk, but like she has like a presence about her that is, I think there's a star there.
Yeah.
Um,
Legend.
Lash Legend 100%. Uh, gosh, I only need one more, and I know I can think of. Gosh. Oh,
Taylor Jordan.
yeah, Kalani Jordan. That was exactly who I was thinking of. Okay, so I found 10 people on NXT right now that are more believable than Zelina as Intercontinental Champion,
Yes, yeah.
U.S. Champion. So, and I cannot say it like I think Lyra's a good champion. Like she's
Hmm.
had really good matches. I cannot say the same for that. Like there's obviously some like with the top uh you know what I mean, NXT girls, but those are um do you like that they're doing like an invasion thing, it seems like, with those two NXT uh with
With
like
like Roxanne and
Leah
Julia.
and Roxanne? I kind of like that.
I do too, but now I kind of look like well after the releases, I almost felt like that should have been Cora Jade with Roxanne initially. I
Yeah,
thought they had something going on, you know. So
Julia's
and
really
maybe
good.
because I'm just not too into NXT like that, so I'm kind of thrown off by seeing Julia and Roxanne together. So it hasn't really like meshed well with me yet, you know. But I I like what they're doing post Mania with NXT. Like I
Yeah.
love that Stephanie McCurry faced Io Sky the first week, and then next week she fought Ivy Now. Not just because it's Ivy Now or whatever, but once again I don't remember back to back weeks where the NXT Women's Champion has been on Monday Night Raw.
Well, she's gonna be the next big
Yeah,
thing.
that's what I'm saying. But I just don't
Yeah.
remember that ever happening like that. So where like now this is like a good space for this women's wrestling, at least coming from NXT. You know, so we're just hoping that it just continues over and flows over into the roster, and maybe we get the real women's division that is strong and solid all the way through. You
Well,
know,
supposedly there's rumors that they're gonna do a all women's pay-per-view. So I think
hmm
that's what they're trying to develop, like,
go
because
through.
you need the NXT people too, because that
Yeah,
roster's deep as hell, and there's some holes in the other ones, in my opinion. But
yeah,
that's I don't know if you had heard that too.
yeah.
Yeah,
Evolution. I think
yeah, like
they were saying
Evolution
it was supposed to be
2.0
like
or something. Yeah.
yeah, they put them in like July or something like that.
So that'll be. I'm actually would be excited for that. So,
Yeah,
um, but okay. Well, yeah, love to hear your guys' thoughts on the women's division. At least we have stuff to talk about, other than
yeah.
like what is going on, like we were doing before Mania. Like, what is this? Like,
What is happening with the division?
yeah. So, now next question and the last question: who deserves the next big push, for women and men?
Hmm. Um. So I think like you say, man. I think our obvious answer is going to be carrying Cross.
Yeah.
You know, for the both of us. But before we even get into that, I mean, because we spoke about Korean highly so often on here. Um, we got
I'll do
people
someone
returning.
else. I'll do someone else for that.
Okay, I mean, we got people returning. We got Aleister Black returning. We got
That's a no for me, Doug.
Rusev returning. You know,
Yes, that's
um,
another no for me. I'm like very. They were. I watched a lot of AEW. They're good, but it's just personality wise. But
um, people are baffled currently about by what's going on with Austin Theory. You know,
yeah,
that's some of
I
the
actually
men.
like Austin Theory. Yeah.
Um, we've been speaking about Naomi. You know, we talk about the women. You know, Naomi's been on fire with the character. You know, she got to get a win, but you know that's coming sooner or later. Um, can't really think about anyone on the Raw side that really stands out to me. Um, yeah,
For women,
yeah. I don't really have anyone on the Raw side right now. Just off the top.
I
Kevin?
would just for women, I would have to say I'm just assuming Roxanne is on Raw.
Yeah.
That would be the one that I don't think any. I'm not saying they're not worthy, but like
Has it
she's a
all.
world champion.
Yeah.
Like should be this year at some point on either roster. Like I like Tiffany, and I like Tiffany
Hmm.
like should have like a decent reign. But if Roxanne takes her out, like that's
Hmm.
like Tiffany should have maybe two more title defenses, and then I like to see someone else get it, like a Roxanne,
Hmm.
um, or Naomi. Naomi can get it.
Yeah.
But men, I say bring him up all the time, and like I think Karrion Cross is gonna get pushed. Like I've heard
Yeah.
there's supposed to be rumors. I mean, he still hasn't really wrestled, but uh, no, freaking Chad Gable.
Yeah.
Like he is pulling off this stuff with the El Grande Americano, and the outrage. I don't think it's as big as like it's just people on the internet complaining. Like I don't understand the he's not really doing anything like racist either. Like he's making fun of white people who would do like he's really
Yeah.
making fun of white he's not making fun of luchadors, he's making fun of himself. Like thinking he could just go there and wear a mask and all of a sudden he's the lucha master. Like it's
Yeah.
I don't understand how like they people don't grasp the concept. Uh and he's a
Well, I guess,
heel.
yeah. And what I hate too is like people pick and choose when to be irate about wrestling,
Yeah.
right? And so we can be cool with our truth 24/7 champion, all the silliness, right? But Chad Gable, who's well, we don't know if he really is El Grande
Yeah,
Americano,
yeah, that's a good point. Sorry, I shouldn't have assumed that.
but people are outraged by El Grande Americano, but it's fun. You know, wrestling can't be 100% serious all the time. There's times I want stuff to be serious,
Yeah.
but we have to, they gotta, mingle to everyone. They gotta be something for everyone in different age groups, different terms of humor, humor and things like this, different things like that. So I don't have a problem because it's entertaining at the end of the day. Like, did he really come from the Gulf of America? Is that a real place?
Yeah, I
No.
mean it's not like that's such a large area too. Like it's not like it's like was he from the water? Like is that what they're saying? Like if you look like if you're
He's
actually like
Aquaman.
offended by first of all, technically that is the current name of that. Like even though if we don't want to like say that that's what like they changed the freaking name to it. So it's not like they did anything like if you're ups first of all, why are you upset by like there's a lot of things someone does that are a lot worse uh than the changing of the name of the Gulf of Mexico. But like yeah. So I don't know, it's fun. Like the idea of like him supporting Chad Gable supporting Grande Americano and
Yeah.
like I just want him to be unmasked, them to take off the lights, and then when they unmask him, it's like Omos or so like something ridiculous or Rusev, like someone that like you're like, wait, what the heck? He grew like a whole foot like in between the thing. So I yeah, I just think he should be pushed and Roxanne should have already been on the main
Hey,
roster.
Ross. Yeah.
So and I wanted
Yeah.
her to win Elimination Chamber. I
Hmm.
thought they're doing a good job with Stephanie right now with how they're pushing her ahead. I wanted them to have the balls to like have someone from NXT win Elimination Chamber or Royal Rumble. Like I think that needs to happen at some point.
Hmm.
I think it would be cool and it only needs to happen once, but uh that match was so good without her that triple threat thing. I'm like, all right, whatever. Like that match was awesome, so I'm glad she didn't win. But yeah, she needs to be pushed. And Chad Gable, they keep giving him terrible stuff, and he makes
Yeah.
it.
That's what I want to say. Like he made lemonade out of lemons all the time.
Yeah,
You know, he's been constantly entertaining, and even to go back to you saying like people are outraged. Yo, if you've been a wrestling fan for at least 15 years, El Grande Americano isn't the wrestling you've seen in wrestling.
No.
You know, there's
Did
been
you do
plenty
you
of
not
things you've been
remember
way,
JBL? Yeah.
yeah. You know, this thing could be way more upset about than El Grande Americano. Um, no, but I agree with those people. You know, say Karrion Cross definitely. You know, um, I did enjoy the Rusev Otis match.
You did. Okay, I did
I
not like
did,
it, to be
I
honest.
did. Because it was just too many men slapping me.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess I've seen Rusev have that type of match with like better opponent. Like, and I like
Mhm.
Otis, but yeah, there aren't that many people for him to do that when you think Braun Strowman's gone. Who
Yeah.
else is really the like thick big guy other than like Omos who's in Japan right now? I can't think of
Well,
anyone.
when Bronson Reed comes back.
Oh yeah, okay, that would be all right. I'd be here for that. That might be
Mhm.
some cool stuff. I didn't even think about Bronson Reed. Yeah, there's not that many people that you can do that. It's like, yeah, unless they get some more AEW people to switch over, and then you can steal some of those big meaty guys. But yeah, they've lost a lot of. I didn't even think about that until like you started talking because I'm like, who else could you even have that match against?
Mhm.
There's not that. I mean,
Mhm.
Bronson Reed's out for
Ivar.
another
Yeah.
3 months, right?
Yeah. Unless he goes against an Ivar or something like that. But
Oh, Ivar would be great for that.
hmm
Okay. Yeah, there are some. Not as many as you would think with how big the
yeah.
roster is. So, but yeah, I mean that's all the people I got that deserve that push. Uh Carmelo Hayes is another honorable
Oh,
mention.
yeah. Yeah.
Especially since he's got the
Well,
new bling with the freaking I freaking lost it when he got the freaking Andre the Giant bling. I like, dude, I want that thing so bad at the WWE shop. If they put that on WWE shop, I'm buying that ugly freaking thing. It's so terrible. It looks so bad.
I was like, man, who is that? Who is
It
that?
looks just like a blob. It doesn't look anything like him. It's so terrible. I cannot wait. They have to put that on the shop. You think they're gonna have that?
I mean, they got the El Grande Americano is a numero uno shirt on there.
Yeah, I might
That,
get that one.
that's
That's
on there. The man, his mask on. I don't see why they wouldn't. I don't see why they would miss the opportunity to put that on there.
oh man, that thing would be great. Man, can you imagine me just in the club with that thing? People would be like, "What the heck is that?" It just looks like a lump of gold. It's so terrible. Oh man. All
Wow.
right. Well, you have anything else, Pierre?
No, I don't have a tinfoil this week. Um, well, it's not really a tinfoil. I feel like we're gonna get two more members added to Seth, um, Paul, and Braun.
Oh, two more? Do you
Yeah,
do you have an
I don't
opinion
think it's
on
one
who
more.
they are?
Not yet. I don't think it's one more. At first I was thinking a tag team, but I don't see a tag team right now that would fit. But if you look at the numbers right now,
You
if we're gonna
can't.
have CM Punk,
Well, yeah, you
they
can't just have
outnumbered
two
right now.
people.
They got CM Punk, Sammy, and Jay, possibly. You know, so I think they introduce another member to make it even, and
I
then you put one more,
I
and so
texted.
now they have the numbers on their side, and then that's when we possibly get Roman back. We might get another 4-on-4, but I feel like we got two more members being added to Seth's faction.
Yeah, the who the heck did I have? It was the freaking New Japan guy. Why am I blanking on his
Oh,
name?
Jeff Cobb?
Jeff Cobb. Yeah, Jeff Cobb will 100% be in it. Uh,
Mm.
have you seen him wrestle before?
No, I haven't. No, not yet. No.
He's shaped like Bronson Reed, but is like 10 times more athletic. So that's a meaty guy, actually. Like
Yeah.
he was like in the Olympics for wrestling. He's badass. So you could have a girl. I don't mind
Yeah.
a girl in that. maybe Becky. Yeah, Becky. I don't like Seth and Becky chemistry on camera is terrible. I think so. I don't. You could put someone in there, uh, a woman. I don't know. Maybe Mariah May if she came in.
She's coming.
Supposedly, I'm cool either way. I like her in AEW. I think she's good, but
Mm.
um, no. Is there any woman you would like to see in the faction?
I think Roxanne's gonna team up with Finn. So then I think they push the live out. Um, I don't see anyone right now in that roster. They can be in that faction.
Yeah, that is like a heel. Like Julia might it would be helpful, I think, to her because she kind of kicks ass. But I would say like a Zarya, like on NXT, would probably be better. Which she actually
Yeah.
like she could speak and actually she's super nice to meet in person. But uh, she's like very striking. That would be yeah, I would pick her actually because she's
Mm.
pretty big. Or what's her name? Other buff chick, um, Jordan
Jordan?
Grace. Jordan Grace would be that'd be kind of sick
Yeah.
because I would just like to see her freaking gorilla press some dude. Like her doing that to like Finn or someone like that would be freaking sick. So I don't know. Yeah, that's all that. But they gotta add two people. You can't have a
Yeah.
faction with freaking two people and freaking uh
Oh, man.
Paul Heyman. You ain't freaking kicking anyone's ass. I don't care how it could be freaking Brock Lesnar and Batista, and you still need at least one other person. So yeah, but all right, man. That's all I got.
Yeah,
You're
that's
you're
all I
good.
got, man, for this week.
All right, guys. Let us know your thoughts on our burning questions. Um, and yeah, like thanks for watching. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe button. And don't forget don't forget to share the pod to your friends. So, uh, I'm Wade, this is Pierre, and we will see you next time. Oh my God.